Hi, I'm Sophie Hatcher, and I'm really happy to be speaking to the speech pathologists and teachers of ACU on International Stuttering Awareness Day. So, I am based in Melbourne. I am a cartographer, and I'm also someone who stutters, and I am representing the Victorian Speakeasy Association. So if you haven't heard of that, that's an association that provides support groups for all people who stutter, regardless of what therapy you've had or affiliation, or if you're someone who hasn't participated in any form of speech pathology. We've been around for a long time, since the 80s. Mostly we cater to those who have done the Smooth Speech program, and there's a lot of support for those who have done Smooth Speech, many maintenance groups, as well as for people who have not. And not just here in Victoria, but also in Western Australia and in Queensland and New South Wales. And these meetings are, some of them are held in person and others are held online. So, and you can check it out at speakeasy.org.au. So, I've been a member of Speakeasy, not just as a member. I joined in 2010, and then much later I was fortunate enough to become a group leader, which I still am, of the Box Hill group in the eastern suburbs of Melbourne. And also around that time I also became president of the association, so it's very, very exciting to be able to make such an impact and give back to the association after it has helped me so much, helped increase my confidence greatly. So I have some questions that I would like to read out and then answer. So, do you think your experience with stuttering has been different as a female to a male person who stutters? I cannot really think of anything that really sticks out to me. It's very clear that women who stutter are in the minority. So maybe some women might feel a bit more alone because of that, but I think that's very rare. And really I think whatever terrible afflictions a stutterer has is not dependent on gender, I think. And really, most people have some kind of support to help them, as well as male people who stutter. So the next question is, do you use speech techniques to control your stuttering? If so, when? So yes, I use the Smooth Speech technique, which I learned as a teenager with the Smooth Speech Intensive at La Trobe University in Melbourne, which focuses on basically smoothness. So gentle onset, sliding in to the sounds, stretching the vowels and linking the words together, combined with naturalness. And ideally used at a comfort rate, so a speed that is not so fast that it brings on a stutter. That's very important, but also not too slow that it's tedious to speak. And I'm trying to use that right now. So I try to use it as often as I can, but it can be very difficult, especially when you're speaking to someone who does speak very fast. It takes a lot of practice, a lot of focus and self-control. So the next question is, what responses from communication partners are helpful or not helpful? I think most people who stutter would say, and me, that just listening and maintaining eye contact when we are speaking to them and while we're stuttering to them is most helpful. That is the best advice I can give. I think some people who stutter may not mind that you may finish their sentences, but most of them don't really want that. My last question, what advice would you give to future speech pathologists? So the best advice I can give is be a good listener, be encouraging, but also be aware that every person who stutters is different and has different needs. So have a lot of tools in your toolbox and try not to bring them down when they are struggling or they're struggling in life with their speech. So those are the answers to those questions, and I hope you find them very helpful. And it's been a pleasure to speak to you. Have a lovely International Stuttering Awareness Day.